Well, New Zealand laying a solid platform, perhaps working on the principle with a big score like 348 to chase of how much they can get in the last 10 and therefore try and get enough runs in the first 35 to 40 overs. But they've done a decent job so far. Most importantly, 10 wickets in hand.
Well, I think they can't ask for any better start than this. The important thing is it doesn't matter what kind of total you are chasing. If you have wickets in hand, you can really create that scenario, and they've scored at a good rate. So the rate has started to pick up. Like if the wicket has not fallen, you've seen. Nicholls particularly has been very good. I felt, he looked positive, and he's been using that onside to greater effect. I think he's a predominantly onside player, but has been using those sweep shots also against the spinners. So I think this phase of the game, from New Zealand's point of view, it's about getting past that 6 runs per over mark. And for India, I think they need wicket. They need to break this partnership. Otherwise, the momentum can really get New Zealand in a stronger position as the game progresses.
Yeah, we saw one sort of semi-opportunity in the 15th over when it appeared that it had come off the blade of the bat. KL Rahul suggested he was appealing. They didn't really go up for it. There was not even a discussion about going up for it. Maybe it was just one of those very faint off the blade of the bat.
Well, yeah, I think you can say that the Combox curse was almost there, but I mean these kind of things at times you can miss. Yeah, but you can say it can be a missed opportunity, which from India's point of view can be huge in the present scenario, because they need wicket desperately right now.
And again, looking at the combination, you've got Martin Guptill on the one hand. No one's really gone that aggressive, but one thing they've done well is run well between the wickets. We've seen the amount of times Guptill has been happy to just tap and run to make sure that if there's been a dot ball here and there, let's at least keep the strike rotating and push towards the 6 runs and over that you mentioned.
Well, I think from New Zealand's point of view, what's really important that we've seen in the T20 series also. The openers have been getting started. They've been setting the platform, but no one has been really going on to get that big innings. I think if they have to chase something like in excess of 300 plus, you need someone to go through. That one phase of the game is not going to help you win or successfully chase this total down. They need a sustained effort, and I think from New Zealand point of view, if they've managed to get this partnership, you have to really capitalize on this. Someone needs to really go out there and play that big innings. Guptill is looking determined with that regard. Nicholls is certainly the aggressor in this partnership. So India needs to be smart enough to understand that and find a way of cutting those singles for Guptill and making sure that Nicholls will maybe provide that kind of opportunity, because he's looking to be aggressor. So look to capitalize on that and cut singles as long as Guptill is there on strike.
Yes, they'll also have to keep reminding themselves that there's no Kane Williamson. It may not be a one-man game, but certainly he's a great influence, a calming influence on this batting order. If we have a look at India's bowling options, they haven't got that wicket-taking option yet in off Kuldeep Yadav. We've got 12 overs from the quicks and 3 from Ravindra Jadeja. So I think possibly in the introduction of Kuldeep Yadav at some point will be critical.
See, even in this, you can say that there is a clear plan from New Zealand batting unit. Be respectful to Bumrah. Give him that respect. Make sure you don't give Bumrah wickets. But they've been consciously putting that pressure on the other bowlers, and here is the opportunity then for other bowlers to make use of. Then we've seen plenty of times when batters are taking this kind of approach, the other bowlers can actually have that chance of picking up that wicket, because batsmen are forcefully going after them. So I think that's something which we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But Bumrah certainly for Virat right now is going to be that trump card which he can use anytime in the match when he looks to alter the momentum of the game, and use him in that regard, because New Zealand are certainly very watchful of Bumrah, making sure not giving him wickets.
Also, India will have to change a slight pattern. We talked about this being New Zealand's first ODI since that World Cup final, but India since then have played 3 bilateral series and they've lost the opening game on 2 occasions. One was a washout. So that's something they'll want to change the pattern of to start a series well.
Well, I mean, halfway mark, they've given themselves enough chance to change that. So, will be very disappointed, and they will be very disappointed if they're not able to defend this total, which I think they will be able to. I think, it's just the phase which has gone New Zealand's way. We've seen in T20 series also, Indian team has been staying calm in these kind of scenario when there was a partnership and waiting for that right opportunity to pull things back. So I think in the next 15 to 20 overs, you'll see that kind of a pattern, maybe, just waiting for New Zealand to make a mistake. For New Zealand, they're looking determined to make sure that, they prolong this partnership.
You think we were just rambling? We weren't rambling. We were giving Zaheer Khan an extended spell of bowling from the far end, and that's exactly what's resulted in the Combox wicket. Martin Guptill, key wicket, just after drinks, picking up that wicket of Guptill, and he was the one who could. He's known to be the big innings player, known to be an aggressor when it comes to it. So key wicket at a key time.
Well, once again, New Zealand is following the similar kind of pattern which we're just talking about. It's just about prolonging this phase which we spoke about, but they're not able to do that. And I think this is the inroad which possibly Indian bowling lineup was looking at. They've certainly got something to play around with, put pressure on that new batsman, cut the singles, and then build more pressure. They have enough runs to defend. So I think this is the phase of the game which maybe New Zealand, when they look back, they say, okay, once again we laid the platform, but we couldn't really capitalize on that.
Yes, we could go on talking and try and pick up another wicket, but given the fact that one wicket was desperately needed and India have 347 in the bank, if it was 247, maybe we would have talked for another 10 minutes and tried to get India another breakthrough. For now, I think we'll wrap things up on Cricbuzz Comm box. We're going to be back in the 35th over to see how things have progressed with the New Zealand run chase. Key wicket of Martin Guptill.